What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. I don't have a disc to show you on this one. I watched it streaming. This one's called Jailbait. It's by Jared Cohn, one of my favorite kind of recent directors. He makes like a million movies. Most of them are pretty decent. I watched Jailbait because I saw another movie that he made called Locked Up, which if you go through the movie review playlist, you can find my review of Locked Up. They're very similar movies. They have a similar storyline. They're both women in prison. They both have a ton of graphic nudity and girl on girl violence, sleaziness, old school exploitation feel. This one follows a girl who's like a really gifted and talented cello player, and she's got a super bright future ahead of her, but unfortunately her stepdad is like an abusive asshole. And one day when he comes in to rape her, he climbs on top of her and she kind of like pushes him off, and it's a little, stronger than she's expecting, I think, because he's kind of drunk, and he kind of stumbles over and falls into a table, and something breaks and stabs him in the neck, and he bleeds out and dies. Nobody believes the story about her being molested, so she ends up being put in jail for like 4 years or something like that. So once she's in prison, she's not the kind of girl that's made for prison. She's very soft and delicate and kind of naive and innocent, and of course everybody just preys on her. The warden is like super slimy, and he's like, I'll protect you if you give me the best blowjob I've ever had. And he's just a really fucking creepy dude. And so he's giving her things for sexual favors, but she's fucking him, but he's not really giving her much in return. She's fighting with other inmates. She kind of has a couple romances in there with a couple girls, but she's just really out of her element, and she doesn't know what to do. She kind of gets consumed by the violence and the drugs and everything inside the prison. And the movie just kind of follows, like, is she going to be able to make it out, and or is this whole thing just going to like wreck her life basically. And also, like, in a minor way, one of the threads deals with her mother coming to terms like with what her ex-husband did to her daughter. It's obviously a dark movie. It's not campy. It's played pretty serious. It's got a lot of sexual violence, a lot of regular violence. The nudity is rampant in this one, and it's very vivid. There's some full frontal nudity that pretty much leaves nothing to the imagination. It's got regular sex scenes. It's got rape sex scenes. It's got girl-on-girl scenes. There's a lot of sex in this one. The violence is mostly non-graphic, but there are a couple cases where there's quite a bit of blood that comes out. There's a lot of like fighting and slapping people around and stuff like that, slamming people up against the walls and stuff. Not super graphic stuff, but I mean there's a good amount of violence in it. I just think it's just a well-made, like, modern exploitation movie. We don't see a lot of like really gritty, grimy sleaze movies anymore, and I hate that because I love those kind of movies, and Jailbait is definitely a throwback to those kind of movies, and Locked Up is as well. I much prefer Locked Up to Jailbait, but they're both very similar, and if you like one, you're definitely going to like the other one. Definitely check out my review of Locked Up as well. It's just, if you like women in prison movies, if you like exploitation movies, if you like sleazy movies, I would definitely check it out. I don't have a disc to tell you. I know it's out on DVD here. There's an international Blu-ray, but I have no idea. I'm thinking about trying to get a hold of it, and kind of checking that out and seeing if it's a decent looking transfer. So again, I don't have this to tell you about. I would recommend this to absolutely anyone who likes sleazy movies, exploitation, women in prison. Again, if you're a fan of that kind of stuff, or you're just a fan of rampant nudity, definitely check out this like slimy old school drive-it movie sleaze. It's just sleaze, man. It's great. It's just a sleazy fucking movie. So that's Jailbait. It's out from the Asylum, directed by Jared Cohn. Check it out. I hope you like this video, and hopefully I'll have some more reviews for you tomorrow.